I'm a complete idiot. I muted myself. My mic was muted this entire time. I don't. All right, let me try this again. This is the daily reason on Sweet Gaming Prime. I'm Professor Render. I'm flying solo today. This is Steve Freddy 78 Bitch Company. Just tune out our featured runners. We have Ice Rod and Mushroom Sponge. I'm already up to not in a good mood right now, so God. I'm not. Well, I don't find it funny, so there you go. I don't find it funny. I'm not laughing with me. Just. I wasn't even laughing at all. Just saying. I hate the fact that we have a shield there. Okay, I'm back. I needed a bit of a moment. Just simmer down. So yeah, so far the Kakariko we got was kind of mid. We got a lamp, some mail, and we got a shield, which, by the way, all shields do lag the same amounts. for those want to rebuff that, go and try it for yourself in a prac hack. I'm pretty sure that's just like the Goomba that's in like underground. But I guess now I can properly talk about things. So this is open weekly. If you've seen the tournament, you probably know of the open hard mode, but which realistically speaking, that's just a open modified hard pool. This is regular item pool on account of having that mail. So yeah, this isn't your typical like open hard tournament. Which, by the way, we are. If you haven't seen everything already, we're rapidly approaching the quarterfinals for that main tournament. So that'll be really fun to see. If you want to see the schedule for that, I'll pop the down in the chat. The first match is scheduled to be on Monday at the time of recording. And also, welcome to Speed Gaming 3 with a party of 64. You're listening to a kind of flustered Professor Renderer talking about the open weekly here on Speed Gaming Prime. We have D587 and Mr. Scrub Ninja Tuna as our featured runners out of a pool of 18. BHJ is with me on the tracking side. We're seeing an Agina's play from Deep Fried, while Mr. Scrub wants to go and do a bomb escape. So that's a play. The Agina's Cave did not have anything. I don't know where the red boomerang was. I was still kind of flustered. Okay, I was sick kid apparently. Not like that really matters in the grand scheme of things. It's more about just a nice thing to have if you want to do stun prices and stuff. Probably did not pick that up. Did I get sick kit at that time? Must have forgot about it. We also have a red meal, so that's a start. Also hammer. Just hammer. And 10 bombs in the Zelda chest, so we're gonna go ahead and do a save. I think that had a fairy, no? Yeah. That bottle had a fairy. I remembered it. I kind of realized that this was probably a fairy in a bottle. So, and Scruff didn't realize it, of course. Which is why he's gonna lose a little bit of time here just to die again. I mean, thankfully the guards do equal amount of damage regardless of male. Half a heart apiece. We did get glove from Deep Fried as well. And that was sitting over an ice rod cave. Yeah, this South Shore ended up being pretty necessary. Now, what be kind of concerning is that there's a glove that's situated in the back of escape, which Scruff can get to. You've got bombs to work with. and the Moon Pearl ends up being here, then and Moon Pearl ends up showing up, then those mitts might be out for a good while. We did find boots, so that's a good thing. Well, yeah, not Pearl, but like not Pearl, but like the boots. And it looks like Deep Fried's gonna go ahead and take a look at this front of escape as well. Might as well clear everything out while you're there. He will have to go to their cross as well. We got lamps. This isn't a big deal. So, and there's Scruff with the boots here. This is within logic for Scruff. He didn't have to go to the back of escape for this. Like, drop down to the back of escape. Now, the one thing that's a little different is that since Deep Fried did get the glove from Ice Rod, he would have to go and he has access to the mountain, albeit only 3 checks. 2 of which you can get, one of them you can peek. Okay, there's that Moon Pearl, so that's kind of nasty, considering we have collective Dark World access. Well, I mean, it wasn't really nasty, but like I'm saying it's nasty on account of it being like the glove sitting in Ice Rod Cave. I don't know if Scruff would want to go that far for that. I mean, granted, he hasn't done South Shore yet, so he does not know about the hammer, so he probably will have to go to South Shore soon. So he will probably get the glove. And it looks like because he's... Did he get the fairy? Okay, let's see if Deep Fried did get the fairy out of this, because like we have to deal with the glove. I don't think no, he didn't recover the fairy. He didn't throw away the fairy as well. So both runners ended up losing time to the fairy. So this is just gonna be a save and quit for Deep Fried. This is why you take a look at your bottles. No offense to the runners, but like you probably should be aware of what bottles you have. I guess with Deep Fried's case, he's got back of escape, so this won't be that severe for him. Wait, is the Star price 20 rupees? Because if that is big if true. Now, I wouldn't say he would be mad, quote unquote, Doomblader. It's more just like, okay, cool, we've got Zoro money right there. So it's like, okay, that's one grind I don't have to deal with right now. Alright, so we'll see Mr. Scruff getting the mini Moldorm Cave. This will be Red Mail, and it will also be Hammer. Now we'll see if he decides to go for the goes for mini Ice Rod Cave. I'm pretty sure he will, because this will lead to Dark World access right there. Just 10 arrows on the Lumberjack, so we don't have to kill Aga, period. Yeah, he's gonna go all the way to the right here, so this will be the play for Ice Rod Cave. This will lead to Dark World access. Deep Fried's headed up the mountain, which is fine, but again, it's only 3 checks, 2 of which you can get. Just gonna play it a little bit safe here. He doesn't have to play that safe. He's got Red Mail. they only do like half a heart anyway. And there's our glove. That will be Dark World Access for Scrub, the first player to get Dark World Access. We're going to see a water walk being set up for Mr. Scruff here. Probably what might happen is, well, I mean, no, we got Moon Pearl, so you can do the old man. Are we setting up for the double water walk? We are setting up for the double water walk here. Now, that is not a Roomba. That's a pipe. Just to kind of clear the air there. We did get Mirror, which does now lead to which actually leads you all the way to the rest of the mountain, which is convenient. And it looks like the double water walk won't be necessary because that's just 10 arrows. And another set of 10 arrows for Zura, so we can just ignore that casually. Something, insert overdone South Park thing about a money bank or whatever what it was, money market. I don't know. And then we did see a Waterfall Fairy, just 2 heart pieces, and the fairy itself is giving out a regular base. We don't really care about that. What we do care about though is that Fire Rod that is setting in Pendant Hera, which isn't bad. It is not bad of a find. And a bow was found on the Lake Hylia Island, so let's say that will mean flippers are going to be needed for that particular thing. So we'll be the first one to check out. We'll be checking out the Dark World here, just because Deep Red has had to go up to the Bonk Rocks to get the Moon Pearl. All right, we have Green Pendants, Mire, Pendant Swamp, 5/6's Pod, and Thieves Town. So obviously, when you start off when you have a Hammer Dark World, the first thing you check is, some people like to call it Hype Cave. I don't really call it that because hype is overrated. I'm going to call it Johnny Two Bombs because I like TJ Maelstrom's thing when I commed with him. So, yeah, we'll take a look at Johnny Two Bombs here. We got a Fitty, a 20, a 20. That almost would have been the bank of the Dark World if not for that heart piece. And just to also say it too, Johnny Two Bumps does not like hype at all. He thinks it's overrated, like myself. I agree with him because, yeah, I mean, it's overrated. We get our first pendant on the board by Deep Fried, but there's an item in the basement which Deep Fried will be pursuing. Yeah, I guess to kind of add to the lore, I think Johnny Two Bumps is running the Bank of the Dark World. I guess if you can call it that, or that he had some money that stashed down and we just got it. He offered just to give it to us. I don't know, or he just giving it away for free. Oh hey, that's a hook shot. So that's cool. And yes, he spelled out the number 1. And just only a heart piece to come out of the hero basement, so the only thing of note is the fire rod. Okay, so we're gonna see Scruff head the mountain here. We got a bit more things that Scruff can do, although not by much, because we have a mirror right here, which is accessible. Spell didn't have anything. One thing that's nice about having this mirror pretty relatively early is that we can mirror delete the block here for Paradox. It looks like Scruff's gonna go ahead and try and line up for this bomb jump here. Almost got it. I think it may have been a little bit to the right there. I bet that he didn't didn't hold down. I don't know. Just go ahead and run it out here. And not even Paradox Cave has anything of note. Other than, I guess, a bug net. But I guess that's for safeties. That's really it. A lot of the 5-item caves are actually... But I guess, with the exception of Midi Moldarm Cave, the last 2 5-item caves did not have anything of value. And it looks like Deep Fried is setting up for the water walk as well. I don't know if Deep Fried will go for the double water walk here. Okay, it looks like this is going to be the double water walk. But we know that the double water walk, Deep Fried doesn't know this, but we know that the double water walk won't be necessary. Alright, so Scruff gets the fire rod here. We don't have a sword to finish our skull. We are still swordless. At around 23 minutes in, 24 minutes in. Now, the one difference is that, now one thing that's different between Deep Fried's era and Scruff's is that Scruff got the hook shot. Had decided to dive into Dark World when Deep Fried did not have the Moon Pearl, and still doesn't. Actually, I'm actually looking at the clip right now of the particular Aeropod that he did, and actually he's doing Dracarys setup. Now, contrary to what the stream is, there is in fact an MSU, and it's over on Mr. Scruff's side. and that is, I believe, that's just Final Fantasy Tactics. We'll probably switch to that relatively soon if we can. That is. Scruff's gonna go back to Hera. This will be for Hera Basement, and this is gonna be for that other item, which we know is a hard piece. You'll find out soon. Meanwhile, Deep Fried is gonna head to Eastern Bolus. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting that I mean, this is also kind of more of a subtle jab at the chat here, because yes, this Deep Fried is using the just regular. He's not using an MSU here. He's just using the regular DSP music. This is because Electric Pass is in fact a DSP game. Or is it? I don't know. I guess in a way it is, because you have the Mode 7 map, I guess. We got our big heat early on, so that means the fire source, the back escape is in logic with the fire rod. And it looks like we are looking, I believe, are looking at a 50-50, but Deep Fried is not willing to take the risk here, and it's going to go ahead and just go to the big heat chest now. I mean, granted, we had the lamp early, so this really doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it's the SPC chip, but it's the same thing. It's a DSP game with the SPC chip. Which, granted, like it's the SPC music. That's what I should have said, not that. I guess, granted, we don't even have the bow either, so doesn't that? I guess that makes sense. Did we not choose not to go for it? And we know of one bow, and that is on like Highlight Island. So Deep Fried will finally get this Moon Pearl. I believe this is just straight up last location. And now our two runners will be soon converging here on Village of Outcasts. But Scruff a little bit of ahead of Deep Fried. The hookshot is on the dig game. Warlord. Yeah, Warlord. And this actually had made Scruff's Hera be vastly different compared to Deep Fried's, because just because Deep Fried had yet to get the Moon Pearl at that point. So, whereas Deep Fried had to climb up normally, Scruff could just hair a pot. Which I'm surprised that he's still doing Dracara setup even with stuff like the bread pot and the Lord Raiden pot being in the game. Like it's very very easy. Both the Lord Raiden pot and especially the bread pot. The bread pot is just basically just end game. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not saying to knock on Scruff. I mean, he's a great runner himself, and so is Steve Fed, and yada yada yada. You should follow they too. Blah blah blah. It's if you just stick to your guns, really. This is an awkward menu for Deep Fried. Just like at least the positioning of the menu state right now. Not the menu in question. Just it's really hard to menu in that state. Like with the menu in that state. So. We will see King's Tomb coming up from Deep Fried. As we get half magic from the big heat chest of Thieves Town. This is our second bottle. It also has a fairy in it. Maybe they will go for. They'll probably recognize that there's a fairy at the bottom before they try to death warp. Even though, granted, we've got mirrors, so it doesn't really matter. But still. Earlier on, we got our first bottle at Sanctuary, and it also had a fairy in a bottle. Versus before they got the mirror, and they did the front of Escape, and they had taken the fairy revive when they were trying to dev warp. So in Deep Fried's case, he just saved quit and just ran to the back of Escape to get Dark Cross. Scruff, meanwhile, just took it because it was still at 4 hearts and he didn't have knowledge of the club at the time. That's a really bad spot to park that that cricket, I will say. What's up with the cricket? It's just not cooperating. What the heck? Alright, we're gonna see the brewery. That's just 20 rupees. And here's the sick hit check coming up for Deep Fried, and this will result in that red boomerang. I mean, dead rocks are more like. I mean, you can still kind of predict it because you have because they move in a circular motion and a clockwise circular motion. So it, but because we have no swords, there isn't any way to get around that. Now, if I don't know the pit chest, we're going to be going ahead and fighting blind for the first crystal of the game. The irony of that particular blind quotes is that we are forced to do a hammer blind. In this situation, we have no sword, we have a hammer, and that's our only weapon of choice. This fight isn't really annoying because we have red mail, And yeah, that goes in. It's our third known bottle that we have. This is Scruff's second. And that is the first crystal of the game. Alright, so what's Scruff's plan now is to head into K45. Well, there's Quake. We probably won't know if that is necessary until we get Mets. I guess there was something that was situated on the library? I didn't see what that was. I guess not. I guess we're doing... What are we doing? Skull Woods? That would have been fine. It would have been fine if a save quest came out. But running back, I don't know about that. Now we did see Skullwoods from Deep Fried, but we couldn't. But because of the lack of the sword, we had to leave. We had to leave it alone. All right, Deep Fried is now starting the hammer blind fight now. And like I said, this shouldn't be too much of an issue for Deep Fried. We have red mail, and especially for Deep Fried, he's got another shield, which I believe came out of Eastern. I didn't pay too much attention to Eastern, Deep Fried's Eastern. But that will be Deep Fried's first crystal of the game. I bet I said the shield, not the bottle. I believe that was Eastern. I'm pretty sure it came out Eastern. I saw Eastern, and then eventually he came out with a shield. I don't think we got all the items, Kirby, but to debunk your quote unquote trolley option that's more of, it's not necessarily that bad because of the bridge chest you can easily get to. We got Fire Rod. But Roberta just decided not to go for it. Understandable. If I was racing this, which I was intending to, I probably would have won for it. Not gonna lie. I would go for it. Now, again, I don't know if we got both items, but all right. So Deep Red will cash out at the Bank of the Dark World, aka Johnny Two Bombs, and that was a very clean current jump for Mr. Script Tuna. And I guess you also got a complimentary part piece. I don't know. Right, so we'll see different. We'll see the Pyramid Ledge for Deep Red while Scruff's going to go to cave, Catfish. There's a Heart Container, which we don't really necessarily need for Deep Red. We're not craving it. We're not actively going out of our way for it. That is surprisingly almost vanilla. But we already have the Quake, so... I mean, if you wanted to be a bit of a funny man, you could say that that ether is turned on, that medallion is just turned on its side, and that isn't vanilla. But then my follow-up question is, okay, but why do we have Quake in our inventory already? So Deep Red will get the ether sitting on Catfish, which that's still kind of amusing. Not gonna lie. In the case for Scruff, we're gonna probably see him doing probably doing Pod here before heading into Eastern. I don't believe there's a way to set up a water walk for Hylia Island, unless you like carried a water walk from Skull Woods. I don't know, but as far as I'm gonna go and say on a whim, no. We have no means to splash delay to it. We don't have a bow, and the one bow that we know of is right on our target at Hylia Island. We don't have we do have a red we do have a red boomerang, but we don't have Samari to back it up. All right, so the paths have converged onto Pod, so we are again having convergent paths. But this time it's longer than just we're going to the Dark World from the Village of Outcasts portal. And there's our myths. So no matter what, and we kind of knew this kind of early on, was that you had to go to Ice Rock Cave full stop, so that ended up being a bottleneck. Alright, it looks like Scruff is setting up to go and do the potion camera unlock. we're good here. Yeah, this part is out of logic. Even though there's just 2 keys. And Deep Fried will also get the dark, get the potion camera unlock. Okay, so we continue forward. And we're gonna head to the back of odd. Yeah, this ended up being a 5-key front, and it looks like Scruff may have misinterpreted this. Because he jumped down, I guess it's just, I don't know if it's either confirmation or maybe he must have missed something, and now we're perfectly in sync. What the heck? So actually, we're back in sync again, but Deep Fried actually was slower because of the hook shot. We're gonna see 2 different methods here. 2 different setups here. So there's our 6 keys. We know that this is the Harmless Hellway can be obtained without just getting a key for a key. And we are still without a sword at just after the 45-minute after past the 45-minute mark. I know, crazy. Scruff wants to go and do the hammer yamp here. Looking for a specific pixel, pixel on the left side of the wall. And looks like he has it, and then he got the second chord that he needs. It looks like that he didn't get it exactly. He get the second pixel perfect position right, but he didn't get the first part right. He's looking for something on the right side, and it looks like there wasn't anything of note on the in the back. So when he'll find out, this will be nothing. We have mitts now. That's the thing. We have mitts. So Deep Fried's gonna go and take a look at Dark Depth Mountain here. I swear, do not mirror here. Okay, good. I'm always scared whenever the mirror pops up in the Y slot. So right now, I guess we're limited to Dark Depth Mountain and Smith Chain. Thanks, Dead Rocks. I hate you. And we don't even have a quake. We don't even have a sword to use the quake here. Sad. Alright, we're looking at Spike Cave for Mr. Scrub's Tuna, which is something that Deep Fried probably will do last. We know it's either we found out it's either for Turtle Rock, so I guess in a way it is just like Quake. It's just on its side. And hey, there's our first sword, and Scrub is presumably happy about that. But it is out of logic, but what is in logic, though, is that flute. I guess the burner. Oh yeah, they probably do exist anyway, because there's something that says swordless. But at least now we get the burn up, so that does bring it into logic. So that's that part of it is that does make it good for deep fried. It looks like once again there's a situation where we're kind of like just, I guess we're not really famine for items. We're just famine on swords. Where, as far as Gomo's concerned, we are looking for presumably flippers. If a bow is in GT, then we know that the flippers are required. We're looking for Samaria. We're looking for another sword. And then he does now check out to see that Ether is in fact here sitting on Turtle Rock. That's a requirement, and we know that this is. So he knows that that catfish was in a way required. So we are going to get our first flute activation from Deep Fried, and shortly after, Scruff will get the flute activation. And by shortly after, I mean like right after he does the thing, or after Deep Fried finishes the weights and the bird pops out. Alright, so let's see what. Oh, it's double ether. What do you know? So, Deep Fried does have the flute, the ether, by the way, because he did do that as well. Oh, okay. So that's another sword and flippers. So we now have flippers. It's now just a Samaria Go mode. Straight up, just Samaria Go mode. I kind of wish we got the bow. Well, we know of a bow, of Ford. We know of the bow. That's why I'm saying it's Samaria Go. And yeah, by extension, that does mean the pedestal is also no longer a factor. The bow was sitting in Lake Highway Islands. Jeez, when this slowly turned into an open bootsy, just like from early on. And yeah, we can also eliminate Sashrala from the equation, because the green pendant is sitting in Buyer, which needs Samaria for that. So we can eliminate those two factors. That would have been nice if Samaria was there, by the way. On the pyramid, on purple chest. Okay, so there's Scruff getting the flippers and the sword. Didn't Defred get a catfish as well? I thought he did. Because he knows that it's there. He knows that it's either like it's a double leaper. Yes. And Scruff doing the thing where he likes to talk to Yena. It's like this. It's basically like him just petting the cat in Chrono's cat in Jet's Time. With Jess, I did see him play Jet's Time before. Jet's Time should be coming specs. I don't know when the tournament is, but I know it pops up. The tournament pops up on SG as well. I don't know when though. Alright, we're now seeing Defred hitting into Mire for the first time. This is a green pendant Mire, and we know that this the green pendant does not lead to anything, so we're just going to treat it as a circular pendant. Funny big key, by the way. If this is like a French vanilla Samaria, that's kind of messed up. Well, yeah, we did, and yeah, we did end up getting a Godmire, but like, but like, still, we're still looking for Samaria. That would be nice if it would have been a pretty good Godmire if Samaria ends up being here. You know, because that would make it a proper Godmire that, although it's kind of delayed. And even though we don't really, well, and even then we don't need it because it's dependent. Defrap's opting to go and take a look at the bid chest, which I guess that makes sense because you got the big key early. That would have been nice if it was vanilla, by the way. That would have been funny if it was vanilla, by the way. Okay, so we have to go to the right here, or left rather. We're looking at one more item. Scruff will get the second crystal after defeating Lammo. We got one more to check before we have to leave here with knowledge that that Vitreous has the with Vitreous having the last item remaining. And it looks like Scruff. What does Scruff want to do here? I'd reckon he's gonna go and do. I Okay, I guess he's gonna go for the bow, which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable. You know that that's there, and you need it for a pod in Eastern. There's our second item, and we're out. So we're now heading to pod Eastern next. Alright, so Deep Fried has other plans. He's gonna go and do Skull Woods. For Deep Fried's sake, this is gonna be for just the one item that's there, whereas Scruff can do two crystals in one go. He knows that this is there's two items. There's still, this is a Samaria Go situation. Did neither runner go to this chest? Did they just also go to the front? Defect does get wall mastered. I was trying to fight off the Gyptos there, but probably should have focused just on probably would have focused better on the statue than the Gyptos. Yes, they are annoying and they do because they home in on your position, but still. Just a small key there, and we're now heading to the back to not only fight Mothula, but also get the bridge chest if we don't get anything there. More likely situation is that we go and do most likely situation here is that we go and get Mothula done first before we get the bridge chest, which often makes sense. Not often, but always makes sense. Almost fell into that pit there. Alright, we have a helmet fight coming up or a helmet fight about to be completed, I should say. And right as Scruff defeats Helma, we are dropping into Boff for Defred. Nothing of note nothing of note on Helma. And we have to go and get that bridge chest because I have with a compass. Alright, we're now going to Eastern to get the Armos fight completed. They should have Scruff should have the bow by this point, by the way, on the tracker. And in the case for Scruff, I guess we did get the second item early on. I don't know where it was then. I must have not. I didn't pay too much attention to this. Great, I did pay too much attention to Skull Woods anyway, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, so in the case of Scruff, this will be a single dip, whereas Defred has double dip it. And yeah, as I figured that'd be the case, that there was a shield in the first chest of Eastern, so I saw a brief glimpse of Deep Fried going into Eastern, and then after coming out of it, I saw he had a second shield. So yeah. So that second item is just bombs, so we don't really care about that now. I think we have to go to either pod or ice. And it looks like sites are being put towards. Well, I guess we're gonna go and get the bow first. But then Deep Fried has a choice. Does he go into pod Eastern, or does he go to ice? I guess I'm completely mistaken because this is a swamp play. Planet Swamp. It's 6 items. You can complete this, but we know that the pedestal is not necessary. Did Deep Fried not check the islands? Because if that's the case, then he'll be in for a surprise. I guess we'll see what happens after Deep Fried goes to the swamp here. But in the meantime, we are gonna go and see an Armos fight for Scruff. This is looking to be very slow. Okay, no, this is all good. I thought I was kind of getting a little worried about this quick kill because it was starting to look like the bows were coming out. The bow shots were coming out slow, but no, nothing to be worried about. That's another crystal on the board. That is going to be 4 crystals for Scruff. Okay, what does he plan to do now? Alright, sights are on. Looks like it's gonna be. Oh, what? Okay, Sabaria's here. Sabaria's just right here in Planet Swamp. Funny video game. So Scruff, if he goes to if he goes into Swamp now, that will put him into go mode. But it looks like that's not gonna be the case for now. I guess this is gonna be for the big bomb, but then after that, does he go for afterwards? Does he go for swamp here? Because this is no mode. He's going to go do Paramiferi. Deep Fried still has to do he just bails. Huh. I guess he does know about the bow anyway. So I think he probably had to check it here because he did do or did he not? I don't know. But either way, this will be Deep Fried will be the. I guess not. We're going to ice. Huh. Oh hey, another sword. Cool. And this time, the Pyramid Fairy actually gives us something of note. That's blue. That's a blue potion. Yeah, I believe this might just be a case where I don't think he did check. Didn't get the lumberjack check or lumberjack, the highlight check done. You should just check this because check this, and then yeah, this is gonna be an ice play, which isn't a bad call. No, not a bad call at all. And we are going to see Scruff going into ice as well. But here's another difference. Deep Fried will have Icebreaker, whereas Scruff will not. Deep Fried, if Deep Fried does not have the if Deep Fried doesn't have the bow here, if his best bet is it's in here. Because that will put him in a go mode. However, he will be licking a sword. But you can probably just get one on GT. Forehead. Alright, so, yeah, here's the big deal. And if you ever wanted to know one of the side-by-side comparison of why Icebreaker is so good, well, here it is. So, yeah, if Deep Fried does not find a bow here, his best option really is... What, TR? I mean, he probably, if he does not know, okay, well, or I should say, if he does not know of the highlight item, which is probably the case, and he decides to leave, his best bet probably is Turtle Rock. We've already seen Meyer. And yeah, like this, and as BSJ is pointing out as our tracker, the portal gets stuck in Ice Palace, so we're probably just going to hit Turtle Rock if this is not here. I didn't see how many items we get already. I think we got all of them, because I believe we're still missing a key. And that key probably is sitting in, on Cold Stair. Which will make us the Mario locked. This fight's somewhat slower for Deep Fried because of the sword difference, but this should be still okay. You have Red Mail. This fight is not that scary. I mean, a lot of the fights now are like since we got to the knowledge of the Red Mail being early on have not been really scary. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, what does Deep Fried choose to do next after this? Because he probably won't be able to see that bow unless he just has to check it and then has to go get a new mirror portal. Okay, he will check this, so he will know that this no, we're not checking this. We're checking Oboe. We're not checking Hylia. He's got the flute out, though. I think his intention is, after checking Hobo, he's probably just going to go and flute to Turtle Rock. At the mountain. I think that's the intent here. Yeah, that's what I figured. So this is probably going to be Turtle Rock here, yeah. I did say this was his best possible opportunity, because if he did not see because at this point he did not see the island. We confirmed this already. So this for Deep Fried, this is gonna be him looking for a bow before realize if this does not lead to a bow, then this means that it has to be in Hylia for Deep Fried, unless there's something like a powder or a mushroom or whatever that changed this. Okay, so after completing ice for Scrub, what does he do here? I guess he might be doing Swamp Nest. It has to be it. It has to be Swamp. Almost got mirror bonked there. This is a flute to 4. Yeah, so this is Swamp. So Scrub will be in go mode pretty soon. Now now if Deep Fried does get a bow here, he's gonna clear Pod. He'll clear out Turtle Rock still, but that would also mean he has to climb the mountain again. Scruff does not have to do this. He also has to clear Pod Eastern. A Scruff in the however has to only do Skull Woods. And that's it. Skull Woods and Turtle Rock. Skull Woods first, then Turtle Rock. That's the only way. That's Scruff's basic. That's Scruff's really ace in the hole here. So yeah, Scruff will soon get Samaria out of this pendant swamp. So as we are about to hit go mode here, once again, make sure you follow runners and crew. And they're putting on this run on this beautiful Sunday on Father's Day. If you have you've given your gifts to your dads, that was a good time to share what you will have if you want to. I'm not forcing you to do it. It's clearly up to you. So I took a brief look at Deep Fried's map tracker. It's still that Hylia Island has not been marked off. So this is probably just an intentional skip, unless it was just maybe a mental lapse. I don't know, but it's go mode at around 1:19:04 or something like that. There's Kate. So that means that's bumper ledge. I don't think Deep Fried checked that, but that is bumper ledge if we hadn't seen that from Deep Fried, or he's checked it. Alright, we're now switching to Scruff's audio, which is going to be Final Fantasy Tactics. Okay, they both see it, then that's just more of it's just a non-issue there. Yeah, so this is this I would say should be Scruff's race to lose here. Now, not necessarily GG because we have to wait till someone crosses the finish line to do that. But I'm just saying, in terms of the two featured runners that we have on the stream, this is Scruff's race to lose. All right, let's see what Laser Bridge has for deep fried. I guess that helps in a way that is Mirror Shield, French Vanilla. You don't have to worry about laser skips here. And again, I should also state that no, the Mirror Shield is not the only one that lags. All the shields lag the same amount. Just one of them blocks the splice more. And if you say that it's still a lag shield, I'm going to throw you. Just kidding. I'm not actually gonna throw you, but just question your choices. I don't know. I mean, the only trust that you really got out of that was a Mirror Shield that only helps deep fried, nothing else. So this actually is really bad for deep fried. Now he does not. Now, as far as deep fried is concerned, I don't know if he still probably is missing a he's still missing a it's still missing a bow here. Get a bow here, then this is go mode for him. Even though despite the fact that we still have to, he'll have to climb, which Scruff doesn't have to do. All right, that's Tronics down for deep fried. And as okay, that was all the items apparently. So yeah, I believe at this rate silvers are in GT, which means the flippers are hard required. There's no more. I don't believe there's anything else left that deep fried has to check that's on his radar, other than scouting out. Highly Islands, which has the bow. And then by then, Scruff has already completed GT. Are we going to do Meyer? I guess Meyer for the bow? I think it's more of a way of it's probably just to get the green pendant. The bow is on Highly Island, yes, Pix Caliber. Yeah, I think in this situation, Deep Fried has the checks that he's made have not paid out in a bow. Even though he does not know that that a bow is sitting on Hylia. In his mind, he's thinking probably at this rate it's either either the bow is sitting on a pedestal as Kirby Van's talking about, or it's sitting on Saha. Yeah, Hylia Island is it's in the middle of Lake Hylia. It's next to the upgrade ferry, which in turn leads to Ice Palace. Yeah, I think if we're talking in a tournament race here, in the context of a tournament race, this Deepfried has no outs. This is Deepfried digging for a oh yeah, I guess I should also point out the single arrow was there, so that's why Mr. Jeff just goes like, yay, single arrow. Funny. But yeah, I don't think Deepfried has any outs here. He would have to find if him finding a bow on pedestal and either Meyer is like what he's thinking here. This is kind of at the point where that I mean, that is an out, but it's not a really good out. That's if you get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying. And this fight itself is also this mini fight's also kind of bad because you have to hammer a mini here. And they're done. Okay, cool. All right, so here comes. So this is the green pennant for Deepfried. So, all right, what's the plan now for Deepfried? Probably turn in the green pennant, and then if that's not it, then probably swap to go for pedestal. That's probably what I'm thinking here. Nothing on the green pendant, so the only thing he has left is really the pedestal. You have the clear swamp, and then you have the pedestal, and that's it. We're gonna flute to 3. Wait, did he clear swamp? I don't think he did. Oh yeah, guessing game. Pick another from 1 to 122. Integers only. And if you are the first one to get it exactly or the closest to it, above or below, I don't do prices right rules, then good on you. Okay, this is it looks like we're doing Smith chain. This will lead to probably just swamp here for Deepfried. Alright, guesses are gonna close now. What does Scruff want to do here? He's gonna go left. Probably gonna go for a DM route. Yes, that was number 1. Two, 3, 4. He's got the beer out. This will be a DM route. 5. 6. Mushroom. 7. Okay, we have to go to the left. We have to go left here. Choosing the flutes here. There's nothing here. Does he, what's the plan here, Deep Fried? 4. So this is probably be swamp. He's banking on pedestal. He's banking on pedestal, right? He's probably gonna go to swamp here. Unless he actually decides to go and do Hylia. 8. 9. 10. 11. Yeah, he's banking on swamp now. This is going for a blind pebble. He's gonna go all do the actual DM route. What the heck? Now normally DM routes will tend to end right. The modern DM route tends to end at after getting that key. But he's gonna go all the way. He's gonna do the full DM route. That's spicy. Alright, so this will be 12. So, hi, Bob. There's bottle percent. Classic DM routes are few and far between. Yeah, this is very you don't see this all the time. Oh my god, the boat's right here. What the heck? That's the bailout it needs. That's go mode. So it's not in G2. 13, 14, 15. The boat was sitting in swamp bait chest. All the time. Swamp bait chest. So we know that this is so at this rate, we now know that Scrub is now locked into a serverless flight. The first bow was sitting on Hylia Islands. That's the outlet he needed. 16. I believe that was 16, or am I missing? I'm lost track now. I mean, I guess no. This is probably just this is gonna be like last 17. It's 18, 19, 20, 21. That is big key. First one to say. Or rather, be close to 21. There's no 21. But the closest one is Evil Mercenary with 22. Above. That's more of on the. That's for the above. If we were to go to Price is Right rules, technically speaking, that's Tesla Coil with 20. Yeah. I'm saying above or below. I say above or below because I don't really think Price is Right. It's a good game show, and I don't, in my opinion at least, it's all my opinion. I know that sounds like blasphemy, but it's all my opinion. Granted, I don't watch a whole lot of game shows myself, so. But if we were to go by Price is Right rules, that would be Tesla Coil with 20. But since I go by. Since I go by above or below, I will say that the first one to get it above or below was Evil Mercenary 22. Yeah, that's exactly what I go by. Sajral will go. They will tend to if they go for ties, they will try to go. It will try to either go above or below. It's the first one to go above or below. Like it doesn't. But if it was a tie, like in between like one number apart, then it would go for the lowest one. That's what I go by, because the bot the Sausage Robot Twitch bot, not the one that's used for rolling seeds on race time and on Discord. That bot uses went by 20 went by above or below. So actually, here's a funny thing, too, Sarah. Now, I don't think the Whammy the all-new pressure luck was riggable. It was specifically the 1983-1984 version of pressure luck, because the way that it got found out was that the patterns, there was like 5 set patterns. The lights went in like sets of patterns of 5, and one of the spots, like 2 of the spots, did not have any whammies. And it always guaranteed a spin on those spots. So it's not saying not Whammy the all new pressure luck was the one that was riggable. It was the original version of pressure luck. Yeah, that's how Michael Larson was the one who figured it out. Also, welcome Lana Beam to the with the raid here. We're just about to wrap up here with this daily race with Scruff in a commanding position here as about entering Multirum 2. This is open weekly. Now, but Price is going to bring the prices right. The only example I can think of is either the Superfan and also the double showcase showdown, where he figured out the prizes were there was a set amount of prizes that you could get, like certain amount of prices there that could show up, and the guy would just happen to figure out the exact dollar value for each of the prizes and won both showcases. And yes, Scrap did pick up the Multirum chest, so make of that what you will. He likes to go for that anyway. So Deep Fried ended up resulting. What Deep Fried ended up doing was, Deep Fried did not see that there was a bow sitting on Lake Hylia Island, and he kept looking for a bow, and eventually got bailed out in favor in Swamp Hala's big chest. But it was for Deep Fried, he has to climb up the GT. He had completed Turok before hitting. Before going into the swamp, and that's where he got bailed out from. Now, if you want to, I guess I get to kind of further a little bit more. You could also point towards the UK press, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where one guy enlisted on the second appearance. He enlisted a guy from Fastest Figure First to cough at each of the correct answers. I'm not making this up. This actually happened. He got it all. He was able to use this to try and get $1 million out of it, but they figured it out, and they didn't pay him out for obvious reasons, because he enlisted a guy from the Fastest Figure First to cough at each of the correct answers. And this would be like this was like the third time. This wasn't like the first time they got $1 million. Like, this was like on UK. This wasn't the first $1 million. This was, I believe, it was like at the time that would have been the third $1 million if that did pay out. And his Swamp knowing that this is his Scrub knowing that Silver's in Swamp, which he was not going to go for anytime soon. I will say though, I'm glad that Pressure Luck got a modern reboot with a bonus round. There was one instance where his wife did a cough to try and bail him out, but most of the time it was the one guy from Fastest Finger first. But enough game show talk. Just GG's out to Scruff, who will be the first one of our restream runners to cross the finish line. The official race time, that GG time, is going to be 1:40:39, finishing 4th overall amongst 18 other runners. Amongst 18 runners. The first place finisher was Dr. Bowser with 1:35:15. Second place was the Prof Gamer with 1:35:37. So it's about 22 minutes out from that one. And Homemade Beer finishing 3rd with 1:35:40. So that's actually 3 seconds apart. Wow, that ended up being a lot closer than expected. Also, hi Scruff.
Hello.
So yeah. So I guess I'll spell the base now. D-Fry did not check Highway Island.
Occasionally.
Did not. Yes, that actually happened. D-Fry did not check Highway Island, and
oh no.
And his bailout was that bow in Swamp Palace on the big chest.
Oh yeah.
On the big chest. So that was the bailout that Deep Fried needed. And I can only imagine what would happen if when I tried to look Deep Fried in the eye and say, your bow was sitting in Swamp Palace or in Lake Hylia Island that could have been obtained earlier on.
Oh no. I was wondering where the other bow was, and of course when I saw that in Swamp Palace, like, ain't nobody got time for that. But I will say, that did cross my mind just for a split second. I'm like, wait. What if no one checked Lake Hylia? Would they have gotten that bow instead?
That's probably what happens, yeah. And this is also a situation where there was no way for you to get a bow and without flippers.
Yeah. See, that's the sad part too, having it both in Lake Hylia and Swamp. It's like, nah, we're not playing major glitches. We've got to behave and, get the flippers.
And not even just that, just be able to just go into Ice Palace without flippers. That's basically that ended up being. I was alluding to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, Silvers were in GT, and even then that would have been it. But alas, no. Other than that, the glove was your Dark World access. After Deep Fried had went there earlier.
Ooh. So he ended up getting glove first?
Yeah, glove was first. He was first to get the glove. And
nice.
Yeah, and so you and for his Dark World access, that was the Moon Pearl, which he had last located.
Oof.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was super happy to find those boots early. I figured, all right, if it's giving me the freaking lamp this early, and it's like, all right, you should go through the escape sequence. 'Cause my whole idea is if you ever find the small key in the front and you got the lamp, then just go. It doesn't matter if you're gonna get a glove elsewhere. Just go to the back of escape. Chances are good something good is gonna be there, and it was.
Yeah. So another thing that I noted as well was the lack of a sword for up until the 50-minute mark.
Yes. Oh my god, the sword locations in this one were such total butt. We had, let's see, we had Pyramid Fairy. We had, there's one up on the mountain.
Spike Cave.
Yeah, in Spike Cave. Where was my Tempered? The Tempered was... Shoot, I know there was one in GT, but where was that Tempered?
I'm trying to remember myself, actually.
It's like, hold on. I know it was somewhere. Because I know I got it before ice. And flippers. Oh, that's right. It was in Meyer Shed.
Meyer Shed, yeah, because Meyer Shed along with the flippers.
Yep. Dude, I can guarantee you that if someone like had the galaxy brain to just avoid the mountain altogether after getting Dark World access, go to a bowless pod and be like, you know what? I just feel like there's something here. Get those Titans mitts, then they could have gotten the fire rod and the flute on the first trip, completely avoided having to make any other climb except for TR, and then gone over to Meyer, gotten the flippers and the other sword, gotten the bow early, and been like, this is easy peasy. I think the cane would have been the only one that really thrown him off, but I mean, it's Swamp. Pendant Swamp. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's Pendant Swamp. What else are we gonna do? Because like, see, the Pendant Swamp situation was that in order to get that that other bow, you had to go down to the flooded chests and get the big key out of there, and then run back to get the silvers, which is like, and in Deep Fried's case, this he was still hunting for a bow, and thus did not check it on the first go. He actually left his big chest out.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he ended up last locating that bow, although not in the way that was anticipated.
Man, this is just a mean seed in certain regards. That's why you always gotta check Lake Hylia. I mean, even if you don't do the fake flipper route, you head over to Eastern, just fall over and just check Lake Hylia. It saves so much time.
Yeah. And then early on, both of you ended up fairy reviving when trying to Death Warp.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I got in that fairy.
Yeah, and this is why I kind of mentioned this on the thing. This is why you probably. This is why that having knowledge of what's inside your bottles is very important. That because you can avoid a scenario like that.
Exactly. So it's always a wise thing to remember to not be silly and actually pay attention to things.
It's a thing. But yeah, I mean, and despite all of that, that still was good enough for 4th overall. So.
Oh yeah, that was not bad. I mean, the top 3 finishing within 35 seconds of each other, I can guarantee you that's what they ended up doing. Like, those 3 must have gone to pot early. They must have. 'Cause that just screams early Titans mitts.
Yeah, that's probably what the case was.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of reading the times out, and I didn't even realize that these were really close by. Like Prof Gamer sniping homemade beer.
Yeah,
homemade beer.
That right there is an accomplishment, honestly. I don't think I've even beaten homemade beer on a one-on-one yet.
I mean, I've not to discount Dr. Bowser too. He's been taking names as well. He in fact, I think he made it to top 64 in main tournament this year.
Nice. Man, there's a lot of good talent coming out this year.
This year's main tournament has been pretty exciting. We've seen the success of we've seen some pretty crazy runs so far. A lot of people that expected to make a deep run had been eliminated, which is, I mean, this is one exciting one. I can't wait to watch what the quarterfinals will look like. I believe the quarterfinals actually have been, they've been decided.
Nice. Yeah, Deep Fried's been doing a good job on this Ganon fight.
Yeah,
getting a couple of triples.
Yep, and that's it. So GG's out to Deep Fried.
GG's Deep Fried.
So race time. So we'll get the official race time, GG time, in just a second here, and that will be Deep Fried finishing second on the race stream with an official race time, GG time of 1:49.56, finishing 10th overall, with Sawyer finishing 5th at 1:41.24, Scary Olive finishing 6th at 1:42.23, Shroki finishing 7th at 1:46.46, Freddie N3K finishing 4 seconds after that with 146.50 in 8th place, and then Bruno finishing 9th at 148.53.
Those are some good times.
Yeah, good times all around, yeah. And here is D-Fred in the booth with us. GG.
GG's should not have bounced after Samaria.
Okay, so really quick, you want to know where your other bow is at?
Ped?
Lake Hylia Islands.
I never scouted the island. Oh
You
my god.
never scouted the islands. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, that's pain. Oh, that is pain.
Yeah. That is. I was like, wait, did D-Fred not scout the island? Because that's the thing that I started to kind of worry about. I was like, wait, did you not scout it? Because there's a couple opportunities for you to get it, but then I pull up your stream just so I could check the map tracker. Yeah, and it never got scouted.
Nope, I completely forgot that existed. I'd have been in real trouble if I didn't find the second boat.
Yeah,
It being in swamp was hilarious.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, yeah, and of all the things that ended up, it's like you got bailed out by that Swamp Pal's big chest bow. That's what it was. Yeah, I mean, sure, you have to take a second climb up the mountain because you cleared Turtle Rock, before, where Scruff could just go to GT right away because he hadn't had to go to Turtle Rock. But yeah, that's basically what did it in. You got the Samaria. You were the first one to get Samaria for no mode, but then it was Scruff to get the. But then the bow ended up being the problem.
Yeah, no, I can't believe I didn't scout the island because I remember you know what happened? I set up the water walk and then went through and forgot I don't have Pearl. I can't just do the double water walk out of here, and was going to run back. And when that happened, my head, I checked it because I was going to do all those. And then as soon as that whole, I set up the water walk and it didn't work, I just completely forgot about it. In my head, it was already just checked off and the box was already done. It was just like, ooh, that's what happened. Because I'm like, okay, all right, I just got to go back and clean that up, and just completely forgot Hylia existed.
Yeah, it's of note too because you did mention the Pearl because you had last located that Pearl on the Bonk Rocks, whereas Scruff only needed to check Ice Rock Cave because you were the first one to get that glove that would bring into Dark World access.
Eventually, it had a lot of pitfalls.
Yeah, it was a lot of bottlenecky situations, I would say.
And Catfish having ether wasn't the nicest thing either.
Oh, I laughed aloud at that. I was like, wait a minute, that's not vanilla.
See, I was kind of jokingly saying to the chat, like, perhaps maybe that's just the Quake flipped on its side.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
because Turtle Rock ended up being ether, so it kind of worked like that, worked out that way. So I kind of just I could roll. I'll roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was honestly happy that Kane was not in Mire, because the way I ended up working it, I did the northern route out of towards Kakariko. Didn't get any bombs, so I did a save and quit, and then took the southern route. So after I'd gotten that lamp, I was like, you know what, let's just do Sank. Or not the Sank, the escape sequence. Why not? That's how I ended up finding boots super early, and then got that Moon Pearl. So when I got that glove and did the water checks, I was able to set up that double water walk. And I saw that in Bow, and I'm like, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Rando gonna rando though.
Yeah, rando gonna rando.
That's how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Well, GG's. I gotta head out and go get some dinner prepped.
Yep. GG's. Thanks everybody for putting the restream on. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Great games all around. So.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night. so that will do it for this daily race. So if you haven't done it already, you should probably follow the runners. That was Deep Fried 87 and Mr. Scrub Ninja Tuna. In no regards related to the Windows 7 or Windows Vista, Windows 7 sample music track, something like that. I mean, it's named after that, obviously, but still. But then, of course, the tracker that we had was BSJ 72380. So give him a follow. Also a good player too. And I'm Professor Renderer. I am the bear that I've been for about the first minute did not realize that I was muted, and I had to take a minute just to recover from that. As far as our overall schedule is concerned, my phone keeps dropping. To kind of bring us into the rest of the night for this Sunday on Father's Day. Coming up in about in half an hour, we have a Metroid Prime randomizer matchup between RoboScout and Diceron. Coming up Speed Gaming 2, we have the SMB3 randomizer tournament matchup between High Flyer 28 and True Hyper Mario, followed by the Zelda 1 randomizer weekly race. Leading into tomorrow, we have, starting up at 2 p.m., we have Luigi's Mansion 80%, no out of bounds between Mr. Afroman 20 and Gary 01. Followed by the starts of the bracket of the quarterfinals of the ALTTP main tournament between 2C and Ninjembro and Schulzer and Breadcoon. Followed up at 6 p.m. another Luigi's Mansion matchup with Floke and J-Man Games. And then our next daily race at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And that will be Casual Boots. Casual Boots. Not standard boots, casual boots. Different there. I will also shout out on Tuesday, June 20th, that will be the daily race of the vanilla preset. This will be in preparation for a NMG tournament that's coming up with the vanilla preset. So yeah, we're excited for that one. And then followed up on Wednesday, we have the Cross Keys 100% locations daily race in preparation for the Cross Keys 2023 tournament, which uses the 100% locations preset set on by Alizun, the admin for that tournament. And yeah. So with that being said, thanks for everyone for watching this, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or wherever you are. But yeah, take it easy, everyone. Stay frosty. I'm out.